City Mellow on the board. Why?
Like a summer day or your favorite holiday. Pray this feeling never goes away. I'm thinking of you. I love the energy. It's the only thing that sends me. Close your eyes and count to 3. Let's take a trip to the moon.
What's up, y'all? We back again. We back. It's Any and Everything podcast by two kings. I'm King DJ.
I'm King Perez.
Yeah, we here again. Getting into that episode. That session right there. Rock It and Drop It. Like I said, that's Rock It and Drop It right there. That's King Yetta. That's King Yetta Rashawn with I'm official. I like that.
Yes, that's smooth.
Yeah, I like that vibe. So I can't wait until we get to the end of the session so we can play that all over again.
That's the ride music.
Literally.
Ride to that.
Yeah, that's
I like the vocals on it. She got a nice voice. Definitely a nice voice.
Yeah. We gonna get her on the show too. We definitely. I done already talked to her too. I like, let me get your music. Let come on this show. She was excited about it, man. We our community is building, man. First and foremost, before we even say anything about this tarping, y'all, cause y'all doing it, y'all just doing it in your own way. Thank you for the support, for sure,
most
man.
definitely. Support has been tremendous, and we appreciate it.
And continue to build, man.
Thank y'all for rocking with us.
For sure. Because we rock with y'all. Y'all know how we are. But we got a little touchy topic today, man. You wanna bring it forth? This kind of pissed you off.
I mean, I wish I would have had a female to really,
A female's perspective.
yeah, female perspective to go back and forth. Which I have talked to a lot of females about, the certain topic, and it's like mixed views of it, But we put it on the forefront because it's happening every day. People feel like it's fair. Some people feel like it's unfair and unjust.
That ain't fair. That ain't fair
But
at all.
by no means, to me, I feel that it's fair. How I feel about it. So
I was about to say, I thought you said, but I feel that it's fair. Oh no, that's too yeah.
The topic that we're talking about is defect dads.
Default fathers.
Yeah.
Default fathers.
Default. So it's like,
What is default fathers? Before we get into the
basically what the courts are saying and what
friend
the
of the
law
court
is stating, that if a female claims that you are the father of their kids, you have so much time to respond to that and get a DNA test before the courts make the decision to make you a father by default. So basically saying if you don't respond in a certain amount of time, you become the father, even if a DNA test proved that you're not the father.
Because I was about to say, I done seen some cases where the DNA test stated that they wasn't the father and they still got to pay.
Yeah.
So to elaborate, all it is like, I'm not the father, but we don't even have to have no sexual relations. It was cases where it was saying default father is you are the father because she put you on the case, right. deemed you as the father. And you got up to so many days to respond, but most of these cases they just putting names down.
Right.
So I seen it. I done tapped into it, and it's really big in Michigan because they say you can't bastardize a child. Like, so right. once you that default father, it's nothing. You literally the father by default.
And if I think they give you like up to 4 months to basically say and protest that you're not the father and take a DNA test. Mm-hmm. But you got to look on the other hand. A lot of addresses that they give are not the correct addresses. A lot of people move, relocate.
I done seen a couple cases. I actually I actually looked it up, and when you sent me the information, because I didn't know what it was about, so I had to study on it myself. And when I was looking at it, I seen a case where a young lady said that she was going to get government assistance.
Right.
And they asked who was the father. She didn't know who the father was. So they said, you have to put a name down for the father in order to get government assistance. So she just put any name down. So happened that this was a real person name. She didn't put an address. They interviewing this lady. They said, do you feel like he's supposed to be on child support? He's paying child support. My bad, because we never acknowledged the part that you by default, you are the default father, and then now you're put on child support, and now you're forced to pay child support for a child that's not yours.
Yeah, you financially, medically,
You really responsible for this child.
Yeah.
You really responsible for this child, but you don't have no rights. So she was like, the lady asked her, do you feel like this person's supposed to be paying child support? She said, no, that's bold. I'm working on getting a lawyer, because when you brought this case to me, when you sent me this, I've reached out to my lawyer that I use for my cases, and she was giving me some information, and she was like, you doing this for your podcast? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'm gonna try to see if I can come on there. So shouts out to Leanne. Shouts out to Leanne. If y'all, I put her information right there. But I feel like that's crazy.
You gotta look at it. It's fraud.
Yeah. Falsified documents. Yeah.
My thing is, if you don't know who the child father is, or you have multiple partners, you know what I'm saying?
Use a hoe.
You really can't say who
You
the
doing the
father
whole
is.
activity.
To have somebody financially responsible that's not the father is crazy.
What if I'm already in a rut? What if I'm already in dirt? What if I'm already like really living paycheck to paycheck? Nah, I done got hit with this.
And by the time they really find out, they're already in the rear.
It was some guys, right? And then it was some guys. They had a little gathering. They interviewed a couple guys that was actually dealing with. I've watched a couple interviews. I read a couple things. I'm just going based off with some of the interviews that I saw. Right. I'm speaking on what I read though. But it was an interview with like 3 or 4 guys. It was a white guy and a couple black guys, and actually it was a Mexican guy too. So it was funny to me because everybody get hit. That's dang near our demographics right there. But he was like, he said, I never even had sex with her. I don't even know her. I tried to, he was like, I'm already paying child support for my other 2 kids, and they're mine. I'm barely making it with this. Now they hit me with this. I got to pay more for this child than I got to pay for my own 2 kids. Right. I said, God damn. Suicide is real, nigga.
And that's the thing about it is, if you look at the majority of cases, you got man paying just average, blue collar workers. They paying up to like $900 a month, $700 a month. Now, if you look on the other hand, when you turn the tables and a man has custody of the child,
that shit is deadly,
counterpart,
boy.
like, a woman is only paying like $150
and something
a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference? Don't the in the best, you know what I'm saying?
Best interests of the child. They say they're supposed to calculate your.
Should it be even around the board?
Man, life ain't even, Steven, man. Come on, man. If we lived in a perfect world, if it was a perfect world, it wouldn't be no child support. We don't really need it. If you can't have no kids, if you can't take care of your kids, don't have no kids, bro.
I done heard the judge tell men in court that you have a financial
responsibility,
to pay this amount. And if you can't afford to pay this amount, get a second job.
Yep. Or a warrant would be issued out for your arrest.
So if we set in the basis of they look at it like, okay, you have a bachelor's degree, so you have a potential of making an income of such and such. Yep. So you just pulling an income out the air. But I never heard once a judge say
"Thank you, Lee,"
to a female that you have the earning potentials of this because your education is this, so you should be paying this.
I'm sure it's some out there that get hit, but if I hear what you're saying, if you want to go based off the mass majority, boy, them guys be getting No lube.
Dude.
No lube, boy. No lube.
mean,
Take it how it come, my nigga.
And you got to look at it. It really does destroy some people's lives. It really put them in financial hardship.
And it destroy relationships. I say it's three sides to a story. His side, her side, the motherfucker truth. A single parent is only gonna tell her side of the story,
right.
His side of the story. You feel me? To that child, whoever that child is living with. Let's say if I got a child and you know that child's mother not in their life, right. I'm gonna tell this child my perspective. Right. You feel me? But the other perspective, his mama or the child's mama could have been like, your daddy pushed me away. Your daddy did this. You know, once the course hit me, I ain't had no money. You know, I couldn't deal. You know, it was like, what can I do with you? If I get you, we sitting in the house. Or something in that nature, whatever. It's no excuse, but let's say it's three sides to a story, so you never know how that aspect may go. You know what I'm saying? So we fucking up relationships. We fucking up everything on the account of a lie. And the court's backing the lie.
The thing about it, I don't want to pay for a kid that's not mine. I don't want to be financially responsible. I don't want to be, medically responsible.
Force.
You know what I'm saying?
Force.
That's to me, that's like strong arm robbery. Dude, it is. It's strong arm robbery.
Legally, huh?
Legally. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how?
I wonder if you can countersue for fraud, though.
No, you can't. It's nothing you can do. I mean,
I saw one case. A guy was married, and his wife cheated on him while they was married, and he didn't know. He put his name on the child support, got the DNA. He got the DNA. The DNA test said it wasn't his, and he still had to pay.
Yeah, if you married and your wife steps outside the marriage and has a kid, you are
forced
responsible
to take care of that child.
For that child. Because in most of them cases, even when they find the real father,
I guess
that father is reluctant to take custody because he doesn't want to be put on child support.
I guess it's like that saying, mama's babies.
Mama's
babies. Yeah.
But yeah, still.
Maybe you're the father. You still getting fucked if you the father or you're not, nigga. Maybe you're the father, maybe you ain't. But you still gonna pay for me.
These laws has to change because they saying that what's in the best interest
of the child.
Isn't the best interest of the child to be with his father? His real father.
I was just about to say, yeah.
The best interest of the child is to know the truth.
Yeah.
And if a man is not that biological father of that child, he shouldn't be held responsible for it. I don't give a hell if it's 4 months. Oh, you didn't meet the 4 months deadline.
But that's
ridiculous.
Because I wonder why though. Like, how did that? That's what I should have looked up. What was the first incident of this case to even deem like?
Well, you got to look at it. It's all about money.
For sure.
Because the state get kickbacks. You know what I'm saying, for all the child support that they
give. Yeah.
So they feel like somebody has to be responsible.
That's where it comes where you can't bastardize a child, like in the state of Michigan.
Right. Somebody has to be responsible. So even if we got the wrong person, we don't care.
That's fucked.
I mean, that's just like getting.
I cannot know you from a can of paint, and you forcing a baby on me.
But the thing about it is, just think about when the police accuse a person of a crime, mm-hmm. and they arrest that person and they go to jail for, all them many years, whatever they go. When they find the evidence that person didn't do the crime, what do? They let them out.
Right.
They reimburse them the money. About to say. You know what I'm saying? Because you accuse this person of a crime that he didn't commit. I mean, you got women out here
literally
accusing people of being the father of a kid that they know they're not the father of, and collecting money for it.
I'm married. Let's say if that shit hit me, right? Mm-hmm. And my wife, like, I'm like, babe, I don't even know this bitch. I don't even know her. She like, you lying. I'm like, that baby ain't mine. It gotta be. Well, if it ain't yours, you fucked her. She ain't just blaming no baby on you for no reason. Whole time, I don't even know the hoe. Like, god damn. Damn if I do, damn if I goddamn don't. Shit.
I've seen some cases where women said the man was the father because she seen the way he takes care of his kids.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? She knew that he was more financially stable. You know, so the thing about it is, when a woman goes and get government assistance, you know what I'm saying, the government wants that money back. They want some type of, you know.
They got to get a percentage off the part
Right.
that they giving you.
So they push the issue because, I mean, you got to look at it. They say, well, why didn't you go get a lawyer and fight this? If I'm already strapped for cash, where am I getting $4,000 to $5,000 to retain a lawyer to fight a case that, you know what I'm saying?
That really don't have nothing to do with me.
Exactly. So we can easily say, well, he should have went and got him a lawyer and this and that.
But damn, most of the cases that you see, they, like I said, they don't even know that they're going through it because it's no address found. Right. You know the system, you can just put the name and then the system, they'll look up the person.
But see, you got to look at it. That woman has the state fighting for her. She has FOC fighting for her. She has state paid lawyers.
I was just about to say, everything is on her side.
Exactly. So if you're a dad and you already got 2 kids that you're paying child support for, medical support.
Because that's what it
is
too.
Where are you going to get $5,000 to retain a lawyer to fight this case? Where are you going to get it from?
Shit, even that's shit. I mean,
Because
even if you got it, like, why you want to give up? Why do I have to worry about something like this? Like, I should be able to go in there myself. And then once I go in there myself, they make it, the judge gonna look at you like you misrepresent. What, man?
And then they say you can fill out a waiver and get, you know what I'm saying, free counsel. They're not gonna give it to you. They're gonna look at
it's only so much.
They're gonna look at your income and say that, hey, well, you can afford this lawyer.
Yeah.
Dude, you looking at the total gross that I make. You're not looking at all my responsibilities.
Nor are you looking at the situation that I'm in. Like, to me, it boils down to it that DNA test say it ain't mine. If it ain't mine, it ain't mine.
But see, that's because we, as man, been taking it for so long and just not dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we have to get together and, you know, put these on the forefront and change the laws to this. I mean, you gotta understand, to change these laws, you gotta stand together.
And you gotta go against those councils. I was about to say you gotta go against those councils. Most of us, I speak as a whole because most of the time I do. Most of us don't really know the laws enough to be able to speak up against it, bro.
That's true.
Because it's literally, I try to look at a counter law. That's why I keep on saying, why can't we sue for falsified information? I didn't see no way you can get out of this. No. Like, it's no way. And that's fucked up.
You railroad.
Yes, that's 18 years.
And you gotta look at it.
I'm gonna tell you what else I saw.
We as men, I'm gonna say this, we as black men, we don't go down to court enough. We look at it like, you know, I'm not gonna keep on fighting for this and it's gonna take time. And, you know, just from personal experience, I fought for 4 years to get custody of my daughter. For 4 years. I had judges, I had clerks, I done had deputies that told me, hey, just, you know, don't worry about it. Just, you know, see your daughter when she 18. I'm like, what type of shit is that?
I swear to God.
You know, I gotta spend all this time not seeing my kid, you know what I'm saying, until she's turned 18 years old, just to, you know, not fight this legal battle because they're gonna keep dragging it on. And the court's real slick. Because they try to put you in program. If you can't afford a lawyer, how the fuck can I afford the SMILE program? How can I afford the, you know what I'm saying,
know them
Parenting Time
Parenting Plus
program, and you know what I'm saying? All this shit they want you to go through. You can't afford
all of them damn counseling services
all
to get your kid, man.
All these court dates. You go to court date and you think this about to be resolved and they schedule another court date.
You know what I don't like? Where you go to court and then the mother don't come, and the judge still.
Dude, that's another.
But if I don't come,
totally another subject. Because when you go down there, I done asked the judge plenty of times, dude, why are we not holding her in contempt of court? This is the second court date that she missed. Well, Mr. Jackson, we're gonna give her one more time for her to appear. What, dude? If I miss a court date, y'all basically telling me she won by default because I didn't show up.
Literally.
I'm not giving another opportunity.
So it roll back to damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah, so if you look at it like,
I mean, I will say this: the laws are more lax now, and they do lean more toward. Not saying that I ain't saying the totem pole has switched. We get more favor. All I'm saying is we not. It ain't as hard for it is. It's not as hard now as it was back. You know, when we were fighting for our kids.
only thing's changing is that a lot of the older judges with the
Two things.
output that they had back then are retiring. So now we're getting these younger judges that's looking at the situation
on both ends of the perspective.
Totally different, yeah.
And then we got a lot of guys that's really fighting for their kids and showing like I want to when I know we talking about default fathers. I know we talking about the ones that, but I'm saying we open it up the perspective a little bit. Now we saying even though that he know he the father, he really showing and he's showing himself approved to do what he got to do so he can get custody of his kids.
That's the thing about it is that's why we are put in this dilemma right now, because a lot of fathers are stepping up and be like, hey, I want my kid to be in my life. I want my kid to know my family and things that go with it. So a lot of these guys are going down there and fight in the court system, you know what I'm saying?
They're showing themselves.
And when they go down there and, they say, well, you got to establish, you know what I'm saying, rights and stuff like that. And they get the DNA test.
Because you want to know what I didn't know? Soon as that baby come out, legally, the mother have rights to that child. We can be married. Legally, those rights are technically what we supposed to do is go down. Let's say if we have a surrogate, right? Mm-hmm. And she had legally that's her child. So you would have to go down there and sign over the rights to whoever those deemed to be new parents are. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the thing, how it goes is they take, what they really do is say, well, the child is probably living with the mother.
Anyways.
But what you have to do, you got to go down there and establish custody.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you guys never went down there, the first time you go down there, what they're going to tell you, you have to establish custody. And who's the child going to be with. And they always say, well, the best interest of the child is to be with the mother. If you don't contest that.
Say, what is she on her last leg?
So when you start to contest that, it's motions and everything, you have to file. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if she's on an A case, she already has representation. You don't have any.
Mm-mm.
And 9 times out of 10, the judge is not going to want to hear anything you say because you're not speaking in legal terms.
Mm-hmm.
You're speaking from emotions.
Yep.
Emotions don't get you anything in court.
Your point of view.
It has to be legal terms. So therefore, any father that's going down to court,
remember how they used to say the receipts?
Has to study family law and file the right motions. You know what I'm saying? But in effect, when we're talking about default fathers, it's not too much on the books that you can really, you know what I'm saying?
That's how you know it's a gimmick, bro. That's how you know that's just a get over. That's just, bro, man, that is really fucked up. Like, you shouldn't have that shouldn't play no factor. If I'm not that child, if I am not that, man.
But they look at it from a...
the court's really lost with this one.
They look at it from a money point of view. Just think, if you think that you are the child's father, you never questioned it. She never even said that, hey, you're not the kid's father.
Because by the time it get to you, it's too late.
Say if the kid gets sick or something, need blood or need a liver or something like that, and you go to the hospital and they be like, you're not a match with this child. And you'd be like, well, what do you mean I'm not a match? And I was just saying that, say that 10 or 15 years don't went past. You've been responsible as far as financially, medically, and everything else. And you just find out at 15, this is not your kid. But you've been paying child support for 15 years. Now just think, if it wasn't no laws to say that you was the father by default, how much money would you be entitled to get back? And see, that's what they scared of. That's what they don't want to do. They don't want to have these fathers. Yeah, right. They don't want to have these fathers coming back and saying that, hey, this was never my child. You know, I've been paying out such a money, you know what I'm saying, over 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm entitled to get this money back. Because, you know, on the average, you got to think that the average father is paying probably like about anywhere from, I'll say anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 a year on up. So you figure at 10,000 a year times 15.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you this. I read this, where if you behind 2 years, that's a federal, you get issued a federal warning. I mean, a warrant.
Well, it's not even years.
It's about how many, if you more
if you
than
behind
$10,000
plus, right?
Or it's 10,000 plus or 2 years.
So you got to figure,
consistent of 2 years, it's a felony.
You got to figure
you
you at work one day, and all of a sudden they just come in and basically throw you to the ground, wrestle you down, and arrest you because they say, well, you $10,000 in the
Well, that'd be fucked up if you worked at Foot Locker.
For a kid that's not even yours. That's ridiculous.
What if you worked at Foot Locker? You behind.
Dude.
While you helping this lady try on her shoe, they come attack you from the back, bitch. You behind on child support for a child that ain't yours.
Man, I done witnessed dudes basically get really like, man, just straight up beat down, like, you know, brutal style.
Literally.
For child support. It's not saying that, this person is not a threat.
Oh, you talking about the police?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never
not
seen
a threat, not a danger, but they really rough them up for a warrant for child support.
I know people who got over on child support, boy.
So, that situation, dude, is an ongoing situation that nobody really even care about or, you know, giving a thought about. And we as men, if we continue to let this just ride and we not standing up for each other and bonding together to stop this dude, they out here basically killing us on this.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't to the point or a situation that nobody's trying to resolve this or solve this. They just say, well, it's just the law. It is what it is.
You wanna know what I do? This some fucked up shit. If I was a woman, let's just say if I was a woman and I got pregnant and I didn't know who the daddy was, right? I say it's a celebrity. Blake Griffin your ass. I might as well go big, huh? Go big or go home.
Man.
Blake Griffin pay a bag of child support, boy.
But you got to look at it, man, from, you know, different perspectives. You got to look at the mental.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The financial hardship. And I'm not making excuses for it, but you can have people that's on the edge already in life. That's something that will push them over and make them do something that normally they wouldn't do.
Especially for a father that's active. Let's speak on an active father. I like to paint a picture. Let's paint the picture and say, you know, the relationship didn't work. You feel me? But we still cordial. You know, I take care of my, you know, but she was like, you know, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to put you on child support to establish all of this. So they made him pay child support. His time is, now they got all of these guidelines and restricted him on shit that he was already doing. You forcing me to give $300, $400, $500 a month when I was already really paying for everything. Like his mama ain't have to worry about nothing because I was doing everything. You know, now I was really fucked up because you done put this woman in a position to really have control over this man, or the vice versa, the man in a position to have control over this woman and use this child as a pawn, while the government is just playing Geppetto.
Well, the thing about it, when I was younger, and, you know, even with my kids' moms, when things didn't work out, the first thing I did is went down to child support. And I established custody, and I established a pay program. You know what I'm saying? And I had them take it directly out my check. So I would never be in arrears. And people was like, well, why would you go down there and put yourself on child support? I was like, for the simple fact, I don't want any surprises. 10 or 15 years later, somebody saying, oh, you in arrears and you owe us $15,000. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to jump ahead and get ahead of everything that was going on. That way, when I went down there, you know, we established custody. You know, I did my DNA test. You know what I'm saying? Made sure these was my kids for sure. You know, it's not about do I trust anybody. It's not about, you know what I'm saying, do I have any doubts. I just want to be 100% sure. So once we establish that, you know, my thing is if we working together already, we don't really need to establish any child support because
I agree.
We good
got
with
this.
where we at.
We got this.
Now, if you force my hand to pay child support, whatever I'm paying the child support, that's what you get. So I don't care what's outside of that. If the judge say, okay, Mr. Jackson, you got to pay $200 a week in child support, that's all the fuck you getting from me. You're not getting shit else besides that. I might do a Christmas, birthday.
Yeah, them
you know
holidays. That's for my child. That's
right.
directly to my child.
So,
but any financial
else,
care?
No, you're already getting money for that. So why should I give extra? You know,
because you don't know how much it take for me to raise my child when you ain't around.
No,
that money, that $200 you give only going towards the DTE bill. Mm-hmm. I still got consumers. I still got this. He still got to eat, right?
And you really got to understand what they're saying when you go down to court, because what they're saying is that, well, she has 3 kids in the house. No, motherfucker, I'm only responsible for one. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck about her family size.
They add up her income and her family size.
Where is all the other kids' fathers at? I'm the only one that's active. I'm the only one that can pay child support because I'm the only one that got a job.
You the only one that she named.
So, you know, you gotta look at these things, man, and that's why, you know, if you really pay attention to the news and shit, they try not to really put it out there. But it's a lot of dudes that's flipping out. And when they flip out,
somebody getting hurt.
Somebody getting hurt.
Somebody getting heard and
hurt.
Somebody for sure getting hurt because their pockets getting hurt for sure.
Yeah.
Because that shit is, like I said, man. To me, that's fraud. That's falsifying documents. Those are legal papers on them. When you filling out state papers, they said you better be telling the most accurate of the truth. Right. Well, so if you lie, you're supposed to get.
9 times out of 10, they don't hold women accountable for that. And, you know, that's been a big problem in the system for years, accountability. Mm-hmm. You know, we are held to accountability at probably 99.9%. Anything that happens.
Want a bridge card.
You know, anything that happens, first of all, they say, well, you got the woman pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Never question that, hey, just like I could wear a condom, you could be on birth control.
True.
It's your body. Women tell me all the time, it's my body. Well, if it's your body, how come you didn't protect yourself? You know, that pregnancy was a part of, you know what I'm saying? But the accountability ain't on the woman, it's on the man.
Boy.
So, I mean, regardless to what we say as men, until we band together and start to fight the system, we are liable for anything that happened, even if we didn't even contribute to it.
That's square business.
So for a woman to go down to, you know, the friends of the court, or go down to, you know, aid and say that, you know, well, this is the father of my child.
Yeah, because that's how most of the time it happens.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to a friend of the court and putting them on child support. They're going to look for aid. Exactly. You know, they're going to get aid from the state and the government aid, bridge cards and stuff like that. And then what's the segment come, who is the child's father? Because that person has to put emphasis, either he make money or he not making money. You know what I'm saying? So that's where they falsifying the documents at.
Right.
Because you lying. But they would tell them, oh, you won't get child support if you don't have a father documented.
And, you know, a lot of times, you know, people got to look at it too. If a woman ain't on aid, the court will not help you. If a woman ain't on aid, dude, she's just as helpless as we are. Yeah. If it's not a money incentive where the state makes money and the government makes money,
I done seen some cases where
it's terrible.
I done seen some instance. I wouldn't say cases like, and you know, I seen some instance where I done seen my homeboy come to me and tell me like his girl went to go and get like a bridge card or whatever, and she was like, "Damn, I feel like she forcing me to put you on child support just to get a bridge card. You know what I'm saying? And now he fucked up because he like, damn, I take care of my kids.
Right.
So now they got to go down there and establish how much. They got to hurry up and go down there and say, okay, well, I'm about to put myself on child support. I'll pay this amount so she can get a bridge card. You know what I'm saying? And she got to agree to the amount that he's willing to pay. See, it's all in the system. Also, she can get a bridge card.
But just backtracking on that. It's a lot of times,
or government aid, I should say.
You gotta look at
Insurance.
it. It's a lot of times in the counterpart. So that means a lot of times in the White household, they put their husband on their case.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. They go on a case as a family. So it kind of balanced them out because it's saying that as a family unit, as a whole, we can't afford this, and we need help with that.
Yeah.
But see,
the way
they put us against each other in court, we don't get them same advantages and them same opportunities. Because from the gate, it's like that.
They playing division.
Right. I deserve this. And, we counteracting to that like, hold up, I take care of my kids. So how it is that, you feel like you entitled to this.
Anything. How you feel like you're entitled to anything?
So they automatically, when they establish that case, they put us at odds against each other. So when we at against each other and we're not working together, that fractures everything. That fractures the relationship between the father and the mother. That fractures the relationship between the father and the child.
The mother and the child.
And it's so out cold because that the child has nothing to do with it, but feels that after effect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? As a child, you gotta look at it. How am I really gonna feel that, this guy is paying child support for me and whatnot? He's taking care of me, but he's not my father. Then my real father don't want to be bothered because he don't want to be put in a situation where he's financially strapped.
And then now I'm looking at my mama,
right?
Like, damn, bitch, goddamn slur. My mama's a slur.
But I done seen many cases, man, where the mother just be like, "I'm 100%." He's the father,
and be all cat.
Then have to be in front of her kids when the judge be like, "Hey, this dude is not your dad."
And she take off running in the backstage. I start falling in the hallway. I don't know who it is.
We
that's
as
Jerry.
men.
That's Jerry.
Yeah, we as men don't get compensation for that.
No.
We don't get our money back.
Nope.
It's basically they saying, oh well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you in that situation, it's like you've been paying for the last 5-6 years for a kid that's not yours. You don't get compensation when they find out that kid's not yours.
But even in the jump, you even with, like, I done seen some cases where they done found out in the beginning, like, this is a newborn child and let's say a year old or something.
Right.
Once the case actually settled in and they actually end up getting put on child support, because it's never a case when it's always the child is about a year or two. Most of the cases be about a year or two because the information done got to him now. He done seen deductions from child support, right? I've never seen a case where at that young where the case was flipped and said, okay, well, we can't hit you with the default by father by default. We can't. They always, and it's still stuck. So if I'm paying child support from 1 all the way up to 18 for a child that's not mine, like, imagine the financial strain that you about to put on my relationship if I'm in a relationship. Mm-hmm. Imagine anything that could happen. You know what I'm saying? Because that's fucked up.
Like I say, if we continue to sit by and not challenge this and not, I tried like probably a year ago. I tried to get like at least 100 to 200 fathers to go down and march downtown.
Yep.
Write the legislator, put it on, collect names and put it, put it on the bill. to have this, law, overturned and, what I'm saying, to make some changes. Dude, we don't want to. We not stepping up to the plate to do this.
I mean, because most motherfuckers be like, what's the odds of that? Like whole time, I think it's funny. I'm laughing at it, but damn, like, what's the odds of me getting hit with a father by default?
Well, you got to look at it.
Look at my last name.
You got to look at it. You know who it's not funny to? The fathers that
who got fucked
go
up
through that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we always talking about coming together and building a community. Dude, that's part of stopping the government and stopping these entities within the government from basically, strong arming
us, yeah,
robbing us. You figure that's 18 years of your life, dude, for something that you didn't do. That's all. I always say that, I don't like to say this, but in some points I say it. 18 years is like a prison sentence.
For real.
And that's something that we got to look at when you're talking about 18 years of your life of paying for a kid that's not yours.
Not yours at
all.
all.
When you have a woman saying that basically you have no rights, you can't see my kid, I'm not bringing my kid around because that kid is not yours. But still, she has the, she feels that, I should be getting the benefits.
Right, because think about it though. As a woman, once all of this shit settled in, and what man would be like, all right, well, I guess since he mine, I want to see him.
Exactly.
But what man would do that? But what woman would feel comfortable with like, all right, well, here, I guess since I'm lying, you might as well continue with the lie.
My thing is,
I feel uncomfortable. No, hell no.
The way I feel about it, if I'm going to be financially responsible and medically responsible for a kid, even though that it's not mine, and I know that the father ain't around, as a man, I'm gonna be that child's father figure. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be that role model. I mean, until these laws change, if you're gonna financially, put that burden on me, that child is gonna be with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn how you like it. We're gonna go down to court every opportunity we get, and I'm gonna fight for that child because
that's petty though.
I'm financially responsible for him.
That's petty.
I don't give a fuck it's petty.
So you would want to actually be that child's father?
I am going to be that child's father if I'm responsible for him, if I'm paying for him. Hey, shit, you are going to be me.
She going to be like, man, that's some creep shit.
Look, you're going to learn how to cut grass.
You're going to be taking that kid to school and everything.
I'm going to take your ass to school. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be out here with these motherfucking thugs. You're going to be about your business. I mean, why not? If you taking my financial, you know what I'm saying? You are going to be raised just like the rest of my kids is.
If you taking my money, you might as well take this knowledge I got to offer too, huh?
Hey,
would you be harder on that child?
Hey, look, if I'm established as a default father, I'm your father. Let's roll. Now I'm not gonna be harder. I'm gonna treat you with the same respect I treat my other kids with. But you know what I'm saying? Let's roll.
But what's the odds of the mama like? Yeah, go ahead. You can use. You can get them. I wonder if it's a law that would protect you by default father to still be able to see that kid.
And see the thing about me, a long time ago when I studied for my degree, I took law. So my law classes basically was criminal law. Then what I did is I was like, okay, I know about criminal law, but when I started fighting for my kids, I was like, you know what? I got to learn this system, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to family law. Mm-hmm. So, I started getting books. I started going online, researching. I taught myself how to write motions. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it like it's going to be a never-ending battle. You're going to be battling for years.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? As a father, I don't give a fuck how long it takes. If that's my kid is going to be with me. My kid is going to learn the things that I want to teach him.
So you would try, by default, if you was a default father, you would try to take this child and obtain custody?
dude, I have all the rights that the mother has.
You sick.
I have all the rights that
sick,
the mother
bro.
has.
You
If
sick.
you put me down there as the father and the courts establish that I'm the father, if I think in the best interest for my son to be with me or my daughter to be with me, I don't give a fuck they call it default or not. Guess who that child is coming with? Now, you put us in this situation, so I'm going to take care of business. You know what I'm saying? This is what I went to school for, to learn and learn this law. So, I mean, if they want to, you know what I'm saying, put themselves in that situation, you got to deal with a man like me.
Yeah.
A man like me is not going to sit back and just take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it even all across the board. I don't care if I'm in court for 5 years.
That's petty, bro.
Dude, they can call it petty, but when it comes to the system and the way you treat it, dude, you gotta look out for what's in the best interest of you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's how you would try to give them put on child support. So like let's say you get, like I said, because most cases is after a year or whatever, and let's say you found out the information, bam, you on child support. Now you taking the knowledge that you know from what you studied. Now you about to go and try to get custody of this kid.
Yeah. Why not?
And then you gonna put her on child support?
First of all, any man that has a kid, regardless of the fact if you a default father or
Yeah, I wonder would that be like
father,
I wonder would that be like kidnapping or some shit.
First of all, what any man needs to establish is custody. And what you need to be doing when you go down there, don't let them tell you what you need, you know what I'm saying, to put on paper. First of all, you are that child's father. So you want joint physical custody. You don't settle for less for shit, because can't no motherfucker tell you.
You ain't the father.
I don't give a fuck.
By law, by default.
By default,
by default, you the father.
So you can't.
I am by default.
You can't let a person tell you basically you're not
subjected to the same rights
Right.
as if I was the real father.
So I want 50-50. I want joint physical custody.
No.
Don't tell them that we established them as the custodial parent. No, I want 50-50 joint.
That's crazy,
See,
bro.
Don't get it as physical custody. Get it as joint physical custody. That way, both of y'all are responsible for that kid.
but you had time to think about this though. On the most case, bro, ain't no motherfucker in that situation got time to think about no shit like that.
That's why I'm telling them now.
Yeah.
Research.
Yeah. Because these are cases in the city, bro. So look, we talking to motherfuckers in our city, bro, because we looking at cases in our city.
And don't let the judge make you or
the petitioner.
the referee, because the referee is not a judge. The referee reports to the judge whatever they feel is the best finding. But don't let the referee establish you as a weekend father. Be like, no, I don't want to be a weekend father, because they're gonna tell you, well, you can get your kid every other weekend. No, I got the same rights as she do. I want my kids Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. She can get them Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we'll figure out Sunday.
Yep.
But I want an even amount of days, because I'm able to take my kid to school. I'm able to pick them up.
And in that rate, your child support get decreased too.
Because, that's 50-50.
Yep.
Who's to say that she's a better parent than me?
Yep.
We can't say that. And most of the time, the courts don't even give you the time to establish that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to establish that by yourself. You have to make the motion. Okay, if you want to put me in a situation like this, I'm going to make the most of it.
That's why I'm hoping to get a lawyer.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let you fuck me and I sit there and just take it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we as men, especially black men, we as men got to step up to the plate. We got to make them court dates. Yeah. We got to keep going down to court and fighting. Anytime the judge or referee give you, a verdict that you don't like, you have to put in for that motion to appeal it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep going back. I don't care if it takes 5, 6, 7 years. Like I say, I was going back and forth down to court for 4 years before I won custody of my daughter.
I was about to say, but that's on a case that you knew was your child.
Yeah, I mean, dude, anytime they put you in a situation.
Think about it as you being bothered by default.
Hey, anytime they put you in a situation, you got to do what's best for you.
True.
I mean, if you're going to be put in this situation and you're going to sit there and take whatever they give you, that's on you, dude. You deserve every bit and part of what you get. But as a man, you got to stand up. You got to be like, okay, I'm in this situation. I'm not going to, be fucked because the system want to put me in a situation and the mother of this child want to put me in a situation where I'm financially strapped or, I'm legally, I have to take care of mine. So, okay, let the ball roll.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Now we already
I mean,
established custody.
it makes sense.
Now we about to go down here and we're going to do this parenting time.
Yeah, I mean, what you saying makes sense.
So you can be bitter because I'm going after it, but I don't give a fuck if you're bitter.
Yeah. Because you shouldn't have lied. You shouldn't have falsified documents.
Exactly.
So if I got to play my cards this way, this is the way I got to play my cards. And it's really smart to even think about it like that because on my end, I'd have been like, man, fuck. Like,
no, you got to stop letting the system, you got to stop letting these mothers get away with just strong arm robbery. Yeah. These crimes. We as brothers, we still got to come together and combat this shit. We not combating it. They don't care. If we don't care, they don't care because we don't care.
They don't care because we don't put the initiative in.
I guarantee you, if we get 5,000 brothers that meet up at the Penobscot building and start signing petitions, and we start calling our state representatives and the legislator to change these laws, something's going to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we putting the pressure on them to change it, they going to change it. Yeah. But long as we just letting the system fuck us over and do whatever, it's not going to change, dude.
Because a father by default, bro.
That's the most craziest shit
That
I've ever
shit sound retarded. Like,
you know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy.
I should be able to easily go down there, DNA test. Oh, I'm not the father? Now I can easily just walk away and carry on with my life. Get my money back based off what I done paid, especially if I caught it in the beginning. If I caught it in the beginning and I only paid a couple, let's say it go on for a year.
And see, that's the biggest thing. They don't want to get money back.
Yeah.
They don't want to say, hey, this person is responsible. And you got to look at it when it comes to the system, they want the person that's mostly responsible as far as being an adult, financially responsible. You know what I'm saying? If her baby daddy, the real baby daddy, if he ain't got no job, he's a, street person or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he don't have any income on the record. But you educated, you have a job, you financially, you know what I'm saying, stable.
But shit, at that point, you should be able to.
Who you think they're going to want?
They're going to want me.
Exactly. They don't want that dude.
But I should be able to take a DNA test at birth. Like,
I mean, if you know about it at birth.
Well, yeah. Most of the time, these cases are after a year long.
If you're within 4 months or 4 years or whatever they say, if you within in that time limit.
Right. Yeah. Because you like I said, these cases not going to these people's houses.
Right.
They're just.
I mean, what if I move to Atlanta? If I move to Dallas?
Thank you. And you being traced back off this case.
What if I don't know that I have a kid or somebody that alleged that I'm their kid father for 5 years, and I just learned this off the internet? Or, I ran into a buddy, you know what I'm saying, and say, hey, you got a kid, in the city. Or, you know what I'm saying? What do you mean I got a kid in the city? Yeah, so-and-so said that you are baby father.
No. Let's paint this picture. You relocated.
Right.
Because like I say, most cases it happens in Michigan. They're Michigan residents, right? So let's say you relocated. You gone for such and such. Chick, she lied. She know you, but you not the father. She know you not the father. Let's say y'all fuck, but you not the father, right? And you gone. She put your name and she put your address. This shit is going to that house.
Right.
You in Atlanta living a good life because you done relocated and, made more money and all of this.
Right.
Now, you don't know nothing about this brewing up. Of course, you done missed court dates. Oh, you done missed DNA test dates. Nah, the court's about to put you on child support.
You got to think about within our community. Look at the relationships. Look how long they last. So you have women, not only women, but men. in multiple relationships.
Yeah.
So, you know, a man could be with a woman for a whole year, then they break up. But within that relationship, a woman might have been chilling with her baby daddy. She might have been chilling with a dude from the job that you never knew about.
Going out to eat dates.
Right. So, shit, y'all break up. You know, to your knowledge, you know what I'm saying? She's not pregnant. You know what I'm saying? When y'all break up.
Right.
She might be. But you might not be the father. I mean, that's
your father by default, I guess.
that's the hard reality of it. You know what I'm saying? So many men
can fall into any type of situation
Exactly.
where it don't benefit them, and we getting fucked in a long haul for 18 years.
I mean,
18 years.
Just think about it.
That's
if
worse than what Kanye said.
You think about it. If you relocate somewhere and you working, and all of a sudden, you know, you get a letter in the mail, and this letter basically saying that you're in arrears for $20,000 to $30,000.
Yep.
Now that's, you know, you
Federal
have been
offense.
working for years. You've been establishing yourself, and all of a sudden you get this letter in the mail. Let's say you 30 G's in a hole.
It's a federal offense.
Dude, that's not no small sum. And to most of us that work every day, that try to take care of our business and stay afloat, receiving a letter like that is detrimental. It's bad, dude. You 30 G's in rich, and then you still got motherfucking 10 more years to go.
It ain't nothing you can do about it. You coming back, you come back to the city to try to fight the case, and you still fuck. So now you paying child support, and you done pay how many flights to come back to fight cases that you done lost?
But you got to figure you 30,000 in arrears.
Oh,
Now they
my
telling
God.
Your lawyer telling you, well, I'm gonna need a $5,000 retainer
because-
just to fight this case. But it's still nothing you can do about it.
But and then your lawyer in Detroit or in Michigan, while you in Atlanta.
And most of these lawyers, dude, when it comes to family law, most of these lawyers are crooks.
Not mine.
You got to find the right one. 'Cause
Yeah, I
a
got
lot
the
of these
codes.
lawyers are crooks,
Yeah,
dude.
I got the codes.
I mean, I bet you as many guys out there that would say that I paid my lawyer $10,000. I paid my lawyer $7,000. This motherfucker didn't write no motions. He didn't go against the judge.
I'm undefeated.
Dude, I fired my lawyer. My lawyer told me, I was like, how much is it going to cost to fight this case?
My
he told
lawyer-
me $3,500. I had to go back and fire him because he wanted another $3,500.
You fired your lawyer. Yeah. My lawyer, I invite my lawyer to our barbecue.
I fired my lawyer and took him out. The out cold point about it is, I fired my lawyer, took on my own case,
And you won.
researched and won.
That's because that's really all it's about. It's like you said, they want to know that you know the law. Because if you come in there speaking off emotions,
Right.
that's a problem.
And the tripped out part about it is, I fired my lawyer. I told him I wasn't paying him another dime. When I took over my case and won my case, I texted him and I called him because he ain't answered my text. So you ain't answered my text, I'm going to call you. And I was like, yeah, you know, the custody case that, you know, you had for me, I just won it by myself. I didn't have a lawyer. I did it on my own. Because I used to ask him, dude, are you going to file a motion for this? No, we're not going to file a motion for this.
Oh, he didn't want to disrupt.
Right. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, are you going to talk to the judge? Are you going to say this or that? Just, you know, I'm going to handle it. No, that's not good enough for me, motherfucker. I paid you. You're not doing what I paid you for? You fired. I take over and do what I got to do. I learn how to write my motions. I sit there in court and watch everybody else court case. Because I'm not going to be fucked over.
No, fuck that, man. You shouldn't even be putting that in the situation, man. That's father by default. I'm still thinking father by default, my nigga. Like,
And sometimes we put ourselves in that
I
situation.
mean, I hear what you're saying.
And
Because
sometimes the
you
women
like
put
I said,
ourselves in that situation.
it makes sense. You
I
might as
mean,
well handle it like a business
dude,
at that point.
I done heard dudes, and I know dudes, that be kicking it with a woman, sleeping with a woman, and know that that woman is kicking it with another dude. Or know that that chick is kicking it with multiple dudes. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take into account what type of dudes that she's kicking it with.
Yeah.
So if out of the collective of dudes that she's fucking with, you the only motherfucker with, you know, insurance, the only motherfucker that's working, who gonna be the baby daddy? The nigga with the job.
The nigga with the job.
The nigga with insurance. So you thinking to yourself already like, oh no, I ain't the only one. You the only one on that paper though. Shit. You the only one down that court. And
no cap.
What you gonna think the judge gonna say when you say that? Well, she was sleeping with her baby daddy. She's sleeping at a dude from work. The judge gonna tell you, well, you should have been making better decisions.
Yeah.
If you knew all this information
So why did you
beforehand,
sleep with her?
right? Why is you sleeping with her?
Or why are we even talking about who she slept with?
Only thing we here to establish that
is that you are the father.
And you
by
need to be
default.
paying.
No.
You need to be paying out your pocket.
Damn, bro. That shit is hurtful, bro.
It's hurtful, but until we get together as fathers, brothers, sons,
we need to, you know what we need to do?
Do.
We need to make a group and we need to come together with all of the default fathers. No, I'm just talking shit. Let me stop.
I mean, basically, dude.
We need to make a pact.
Everybody says child support reform, but everybody's not banding together to make it happen. I mean, you can talk all day.
All day. Till you blue in the lungs.
Right, but if you're not making it happen, you're not challenging the legal system, ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen. All these dudes that's out here, they out here by themselves. Because ain't nobody stepping up with them because we are in a system where we be like, it's not us.
I was just about to
It's
say,
not me.
A lot of us feel like the system
Right.
failed us anyways.
It's not me, so why should I,
Put myself in that position
Yeah,
to
take on the burden
or somebody else.
of somebody else.
Yep.
Because one
That's
day
what-
it could be you.
By default.
You know what I'm saying? By default. You never know.
Damn.
The shit might be brewing.
Oh,
You know?
oh, you done probably put some shit in some hoes' head. We ain't calling y'all queens. The ones that's doing some shit like that, y'all hoes for sure.
So the thing about it is, dude, we gotta band together. We gotta fight these
Especially
laws.
to fight some law, a law like that.
I mean, we can't do it. Sometimes you gotta understand, we can't fight our battles in court. Sometimes we gotta fight these battles outside of court. And when I say fight these battles outside of the court, it's us as
Sticking
brothers,
together.
fathers, and sons coming together and changing these laws. And the only way we're gonna do that is protesting, petitioning. You know what I'm saying? Calling the state representatives. You know what I'm saying? Writing letters to Congress.
Voting, the small local
Exactly.
local voting. I'm all for local voting.
So we got to make, you know, it's upon us to make shit happen because they're not gonna make it happen for us. Because in their eyes, they feel that basically, long as we getting the money, we don't give a fuck where the money comes from. You know what I'm saying? We don't care if it came from a father that's biologically not the kid's father.
We getting the money by default.
Yeah, we getting the money.
Damn, that man. That shit is real. To me. That shit is. I would laugh, bro, if I got some mail. If it was me, my first initial thing is I'ma laugh. Like,
Well, you're gonna laugh until you see your check.
Yep, that's what's gonna fuck me up.
And when you see that check,
Every week,
you're gonna be enraged.
every month I'm getting this.
Man. So I'm gonna put it like this. Any fathers, any brothers in the community want to
There
get
you go.
together. We want to change these laws. Y'all want to march on it. Y'all want to go to the Friends of the Court. Y'all want to sign petitions. Hit my inbox. We
There
get
you go.
enough people together. I'm down with y'all.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? And this is not my situation because I'm not in that situation where I'm a default father. But I will support the cause.
We will support the cause.
Yeah, we'll support
Any
it.
and everything. So if you know I'm there, my brother.
Oh, no doubt.
So you already know how that's laying. So hit those inboxes.
Well, you
for
know,
sure.
we like hand and glove.
Yeah, you already know how we gonna rock.
So, I mean, if y'all
Kobe
want
and
to
Shaq, and you know I'm Kobe.
if y'all want to put the cause together, let's put it together. I mean, you only looking out for your best interest.
For sure.
And you know,
For our best interest, that's
Right.
for real. Because really, it's not a race thing. This ain't
Nah.
no race thing.
no, because that shit.
This can
applies
fall
to-
on any man.
This a man thing.
You're right, for real, for real.
This a
look,
man
you
thing.
ready to say some shit like that?
This
Yo.
a man thing.
You ready
You know
to come
what I'm
down
saying?
on it? No, I'm talking shit.
We getting the bing bing.
Yeah.
You know what
On
I'm
this
saying?
one for sure.
When we go down to that court,
Man.
dude, have you, and you know, just off the subject for a minute. When you go down to that court, you are 95% looked at a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, in the
Just
beginning.
by showing up.
Yeah. Whether you show up or not.
Right.
Yeah.
If I was a deadbeat dad, would I even show up?
No, they feel like you a deadbeat dad because you shouldn't even allow yourself to be in this position. But most of the time, the position is not what I'm doing for my child, is what the failed relationship was.
Okay, but when you say allow yourself to be in this position, shouldn't we take that same narrative and put it on a woman? Like, you shouldn't allow yourself to be in that position.
Yeah, she should have opened her legs.
Exactly.
And you got to say
But,
yes.
but
to
the
me.
but the conversation is, or the way the narrative always go, you shouldn't open your legs. Well, you should have put on a condom. So we 50-50. We both responsible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not the responsible party, why should I be responsible?
Especially if you have no man.
I mean, if a person
this is preposterous.
if a person driving in front of you and crash into the car in front of them, but they take off and you behind them and you move up a little bit, are you the motherfucker that caused the accident by default? I mean, that's how
you was the
silly
next
that,
one up. Like,
yeah, that's silly how that shit sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, cause
Look,
think about it.
I got one. You kill somebody and you take off running, drop the gun. The police run up, see the gun while I'm walking by. They tackle me and put the gun to my hand and say, "Oh yeah, you the killer by default."
I mean, that's outrageous.
That shit
That's outrageous.
That shit is outrageous, boy.
So, you know, like I say, y'all want to build a platform, y'all want to get together, get at DJ, get at me.
We right here.
We'll put some shit together.
Yeah, we in the summertime.
In the summertime.
I don't winter march. My bad, big dog. I'm for the cause for sure, but yeah. I ain't no winter baby.
It's gonna take a while to get together. So if they can have a Million Man March,
I think we could do something.
Shit, we can get these fathers together because on the real, how they stereotype us. And I tell all the women this, and I tell a lot of ladies this. Okay, y'all want to live on the stereotype of a dad be dad. Go up to some of these schools. Walk around your community. Mm-hmm. See how many fathers that's out there with their kids. Mm-hmm. See how many fathers that's taking their kids to the bus stop. Mm-hmm. So this stereotype, we can break the cycle of that shit. Because, I mean, dad be dads, you got some. But it's not representing the majority of us.
About to say,
because we taking care of our kids. We
yes,
out
sir.
here with our kids.
Yes, sir.
Every day. And a lot of us got custody of our kids.
Yes, sir.
So,
like you say, it's that trend of we don't fuck with bullshit ass people.
Right. So that stereotype,
I
mean, y'all can kill that because the numbers on that shit been dwindled down.
Yeah, that's definitely flipped for sure.
You know what I'm saying? We fathers, we out here, we strong, we with our kids.
Numbers matter.
Yeah, numbers matter.
So something like that, we definitely gonna be with numbers. But on that note, because that was some definitely good knowledge, and I like the way you narrated that for sure. We're going to go back to Rockin' or Drop It, Rockin' or Drop It, Rockin' or Drop It, and we're going to start that.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn, moving too fast. Yeah, fuck you for the week. Yeah.
We always got to set that in.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Let me see. What we going to go today?
You got to go with what you want to do? You want to do the motivation for the week? I'll do the fuck you for the week.
I like saying fuck.
All right, go ahead. Then I do I stick with the motivation.
I've been on TikTok. Normally I don't really be on TikTok like that, but lately I've been on TikTok. So I've been on TikTok and I've been watching all these police, you know what I'm saying, videos and shit, the ones that go viral and shit, and the way they lie to people and the way they try to force people to give ID, the way they go into people's houses and shit, no warrant. First of all, if the police knock on your door, don't answer the motherfucker. Don't open up your door for them. Talk to them through the door. You know what I'm saying? Because they set this precedence to where they can come in your house and control everything that you do. Stop letting them do that to you. If you're a passenger in the car and you're not an ID state, you know what I'm saying? You're not in an ID state, you don't have to ID. If they want to take you to jail, let them take you to jail. You can't fight your case on the road. Sue them. That's what you got to do. You got to sue them. You got to stand up for your rights, because long as you let these people violate your rights, you will not have any rights. So, you know, they like to band together. I call the police the biggest gang in the city. I'm still on my Tupac shit. So they the biggest gang in the city. Everything you see and what they narrate is gang violence. That's what they do. You know, they'll call 15 to 16 cops for one person on a basic traffic stop. You got tinted windows. Okay? Tinted windows, is that a reason for them to pull me out the car to beat me down? Because they always fishing. So you got to understand, yeah, it's some good cops out here, but good cops that don't stand up for the rights of people are bad cops. Because, I mean, basically, you see what's going on, but you're not going to take the narrative, you're not going to take the motions, and you're not going to stand up for that person's right, even though you know they're being violated. So, you know, all police around America, you know what I'm saying, even the ones that, I mean, you got to look at it, like I say before, if you're not basically stepping in and protecting the citizens, when you're in situations and you know that your partner or anybody else that's in your department is violating rights, fuck you. So my biggest fuck you is to the police around the world. Fuck you. We're not going to stand here and let you violate our rights. We're not going to stand here and let you lie to us. We're not going to stand here and let you falsify statements. We're not going to stand here and let you erase body cam footage.
Bully
I
us.
mean, when you fill out that police report, that's a government document. And if you lie on that document, you should be fired. And you shouldn't be able to gain employment as an officer in any states, any jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? I don't even understand how they letting officers get away with that. That's perjury. Because they're using these statements to prosecute people, which you lied on, but you're not getting charged with perjury. You're not getting locked up for it. So, I mean, it is what it is until these other officers start stepping up and protecting the citizens when they know that wrong is being done to that citizen. It's fuck them. It's just like you will fuck any motherfucking gang that, you know what I'm saying, terrorize and whatever it may be. If you part of that situation, if you part of them gang members and shit like that, it is what it is. You know, even if you're a good cop. So, fuck the police.
Take a shot on that.
Fuck the police. Coming straight from the underground.
Boy, wow.
Young nigga got it bad because I'm brown.
I get there. My motivation for the week is love the police. Call them in need. When you feel the need to struggle because they are there for your public safety. When your tire is flat on the side of the road, who do you call? Not Ghostbusters. You call the police. You call them at 911. They should have an open line. You should be able to call them for any. If you stub your toe and that shit hurt, call 911.
Call 911 and get beat.
Hey, you were trolling. No. My motivation for the week is what I'm gonna say, because I didn't think on that at all. So I'm gonna say my motivation for the week is trusting your own instinct. Yeah, trusting your own instinct. Believe in yourself. Because ain't nobody going to believe in you like you believe in you. If you go out and you will gamble, you go out and you will do this, you go out and you'll do whatever, anything. That same amount of time that you spending in doing that, put that same amount of time in believing in yourself. You feel me? So believe in yourself. Trust your instincts. Know that you got it. You know.
I agree to that. No doubt.
111, baby. 11111.
So shit, let's get with the rock.
Yeah, rock it or drop it. My bad. I was geeked to get to this one. I like this vibe. I'm an R&B guy for sure.
She's definitely smooth. You know what I'm saying? I like my rap, but I like my smooth, mellow music. That I was excited to get this, especially when they got a message.
So this right here should let you know you don't just have to be a rapper to get on rocking or dropping. So Back again, Rock It or Drop It right there with Kenyatta Rashawn. Well, I am official. Here we go.
Motor City Mellow on the board, boy.
And her visual code too, for real. Her visual code. Put me in contact with who did your visual. Let me give you some name.
Like a summer day, or your favorite holiday. Pray this feeling never goes away. I'm thinking of you. I love the energy. It's the only thing that sends me. Close your eyes and count to 3. Let's take a trip to the moon, 'cause I'm seeing stars. How I wonder what you are. It's easy now, it used to be hard. If I would've known then what I know now, then I wouldn't be scared to tell you how. Since you came into my life, you done helped me realize that I'm fine the way I am. If I'm fine the way I am, you're such a vibe. You hear this shit all the time. I can't make up my mind. I think I want you the way I feel. Got that whip appeal. Wake me up 'cause this can't be real. This is how I feel. I just wanna be where you are. Don't matter near or far. It's easy now, it used to be hard. If I would've known then what I know now, then I wouldn't be scared to tell you how. Since you came into my life, you done helped me realize.
So right there, make sure y'all hit those poles for her. Make sure y'all hitting those poles, man. I see that y'all seeing the poles.
Oh, yeah.
I see that y'all seeing the poles. So make sure y'all hit those poles, man. And make sure y'all tap them up for her. Y'all rock it or drop it. Do y'all like it or do y'all not? Hit those poles.
Yeah, so we are out. Peace.